We live in a world that has never been this loud. Every day, you're pulled in 100 different directions: notifications, social media, work, news, short videos. Your mind jumps from one thing to another, constantly, without pause. It feels like you're doing a lot, learning a lot, but in reality, you're not staying with anything long enough to truly understand it. And then you start asking yourself, why am I not improving? Why do I keep working but not getting better? The answer is simple, but not easy to accept: you lack focus. Most people think focus is something you can just turn on when needed. Like flipping a switch before you sit down to work or study. But the truth is the opposite. Focus is not a switch. It's a skill. And like any skill, it has to be trained. There's a story that explains this perfectly. Kaito was a 20-year-old young man with big ambitions. He wanted to learn everything, understand everything, and become exceptional. But he had one major problem. He couldn't sit still. His mind was always racing, always distracted. So he went to a mountain monastery, hoping to find a way to improve himself. There, he met a Zen master named Sora, a man who was the complete opposite of him. Calm, slow, quiet, yet every movement was precise and intentional. Kaito approached him and said quickly, "I want to learn. I want to master knowledge. I want to understand everything." The master didn't give a long lecture. He simply handed Kaito a candle and said, "Go inside and watch the flame." A task so simple, it almost felt meaningless. Kaito did as he was told. At first, he stared at the flame. But within minutes, his mind drifted. He started thinking about other things, things that felt more important. A small noise outside was enough to pull his attention away. When he looked back, the flame was still there. But his focus was gone. He failed. After a few days, frustrated, he walked out and said, "This is pointless. I came here to learn something important." The master looked at him and said quietly, "A man who cannot watch a flame cannot watch his own life." That sentence hit deeper than Kaito expected. The next morning, he came back. This time, he left everything behind: no books, no tools, no distractions. Just himself and the candle. He started again. His mind still wandered. But this time, he noticed it. And each time it drifted, he gently brought his attention back to the flame. No force. No frustration. Just return. Again and again. Day after day. Slowly, something began to change. He wasn't getting pulled away as easily anymore. His breathing slowed. His eyes stopped darting around. Thoughts still appeared, but they no longer controlled him. For the first time, he began to stay. Stay with a moment. Stay with a single action. And that's where focus started to grow. One day, a craftsman came to the monastery with a tangled mess of threads. The more he tried to fix it, the worse it became. Kaito didn't rush in to help. He simply sat and observed. He followed each thread. Watched where they crossed, where they tightened. After some time, he reached into the center, found a single loop, and gently pulled. The entire knot unraveled. Not because he was smarter, but because he could see clearly. That evening, Master Sora said to him, Focus is not something you force. It is something you return to, again and again. When you stop chasing every thought, you begin to see clearly. This is the true nature of focus. It's not rigid control. It's not pressure or tension. It's the ability to come back to the present moment, over and over again. And here's the most important part: focus is not a talent. It's discipline. Every time your mind drifts and you bring it back, you are training it. But most people don't do this long enough. They quit too early, or they jump to something else before going deep. That's why they never improve. It's not because they're not capable. It's because they don't stay long enough. If you look closely, you'll notice something: people who excel in any field all share one trait. They can stay with a problem longer than others. They don't get pulled away easily. They go deep. So the lesson here is simple: whatever you're doing today, studying, working, building something, stay with it a little longer. When your mind drifts, bring it back. Repeat. Again and again. That is how focus is built. And when you master your focus, you don't just get better at one thing, you begin to take control of your life.